And we're live. Let's go. Okay. Some more Disco Elysium. Been a few days. On day 2, I went back, watched some of the VODs. Noticed things I could do better. So I'm gonna be more, at least reading and out loud the things, the prompts and stuff that is said that is not narrated, obviously. A little more better for whoever's watching me, if you're there. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I want to get back to it. It's been a little while since I played. Start of day 2. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure I'll have a great time. Hopefully, maybe, probably not. I'm sure I'll do everything wrong, but whatever. Let's get going. I didn't. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. I almost have $10. In the room. All right. Yes. Yes. Everything's the same. All right. All right. Let's go find Kim. Kim, you're in here, I believe. Okay. Fuck it. I'll just go downstairs. What there? No. Just go downstairs. Kim will find us eventually. Oh, this music. I forgot about the music. There's some people down in the... Oh, there's a whole section back there that wasn't open before. There's Kim. Go talk to him right now. It's 7:30 in the morning. Okay. Kim, good morning, Kim.
Morning.
Good morning. He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Okay. Why do we need to talk to them? What do you mean by rowdy? Are these the men Garde told us about yesterday? I'll say, what do you mean by rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast. I have no doubt these are the Hardy Boys Evrard told us about. The ones who keep the peace around here. And the big one must be Hardy himself.
That makes sense. Why do we need to talk to them? That's a dumb question. There's so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know about that. No, let's just go. I don't think. Well, I'll say it anyway. There's so many of them.
That would just escalate tensions.
That is.
No
That's a good
captain
point.
would sign off on it.
That's
Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Alright, let's
One more thing before we do.
Yep.
We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
Okay.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
No logic.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by
I
me.
think I'll listen to you and authority and reaction speed. I think that's probably it's a good idea. I would never have thought of that on my own. We will go right by, walk right out. Fuck guys. We'll come back and they're gonna be gone. It's like shit, we lost our chance. Okay, maybe we can get the body down today. Maybe that'd be good. Cool. I figured the way they talked last time seemed like we could have gotten it down yesterday. Because they were like, we finished the day and the body's still in the fucking tree. So, oh thank God, the kid's gone. The kid is still here. Why? What is your? Oh, okay. Oh no. I can level up. I'm gonna keep that though. I'm equipping gloves. Where's my gloves? How do I do that? Wait, no, clothing. Hands. Oh, I have different glove. Son of a bitch. Gloves. Alright.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural
Did that
angle.
last time?
The
Oh my
body
God.
below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Wait, cargo twisted. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. Okay, the smell seeps into your okay. There's no way. Endurance? Let go of your nose without throwing up.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer.
Let him-
No one is judging.
It's okay to throw up.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Well, I need to do it anyway. I'm sure it won't help me in the slightest endurance. Take the blows of the world, kill you. Right. Of course, that's my low. Well, that and Motorix. I don't think that'll help me much. I'm close to leveling up, right? Yeah, I'm very close. So I might as well do that. What am I at now? 17. The kids will make fun of you. I don't give a fuck these kids. Fuck these kids. Fuck these kids.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Well, I'm just gonna let it out. Why even? I feel like I would try to. God, that's why I hate this game. I'm like, well, if I do that, oh shit. Try to walk away, leave it out. I mean, fuck these kids. I'll slide out. Come on, kids. Come on.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
That makes sense.
It's more likely
I
you
should-
can handle the smell.
I want to be reading. I want to be reading
Unlike
what I'm
you.
saying. It's more likely he can handle the smell. Yeah, shut up, endurance, whatever. Okay, where do we find ammonia? Where do we get ammonia?
There is freight nearby,
That's true.
east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a I didn't even realize it was a white check. Okay. Thank God the kids didn't say shit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, we're getting this body down. We are getting this body down. Oh, wait, what? I can interact with the fence?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Is this a white check? It is.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber.
God damn it. Keep forgetting.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the
Break
fence.
through the fence, reverse back. What happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building.
Okay, and they turned out.
Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
Is this connected to the case? Probably.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout,
Maybe, yeah.
I would keep them separate.
For now. For now, yeah. You're right, Kim.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went. If you find the time.
I think I got it. Yeah, they do. I didn't even notice the tracks in the first place. They do back up there and they go south of the canal. Okay. We're getting the body down. We're gonna, she was in the whirling rags. Okay. I saw her there. All right, lady, I need some ammonia, please.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know any.
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Ennui? What is that? I said, do you have any ammonia for sale? I'm sure you could see that, but I want to make a point of fucking reading what I'm saying. Or things that aren't put into words, that aren't narrated.
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Okay, oops. God damn it, it's not you. Okay. The medicine cabinet? Where's the medicine cabinet? That right there.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Hypnogamma.
Okay, don't, overdo it or something.
I'll be sure to do that. Who is Saint Baptiste?
Saint Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company.
I guess you're
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste.
Okay.
That one.
All right. No, you're all right. Fuck you. You are a teenager. You don't know shit. You literally, like, out of all the people I've talked to in this entire town, she's totally just like, I'm just fucking here doing a job, man. I don't know. And I got really deep in like philosophical with her. She was like, she tried to answer. I'll give her credit there. All right, let's try this again. Who's on the what? There's a roof? Okay, I want to get up there. I don't know what's that. Somebody saw some shit. Still nothing. Okay.
There he still is, looking right
That's
through you
still
with his white eyes.
so
The body below is
low.
entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Try it again. I need. Okay.
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Well, I'm not strong enough for this.
Are you okay, officer?
Heavy rhythmic pads.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
That's true. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop for my whole life? This is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something. I think I want to solve something else now. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette.
You know, Kim, what a fucking good guy.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Yeah, why are you so fine with it?
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
Pause. There's something
A
there.
white lie.
Yeah,
Not being hungover helps too.
that's true.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and
Oh, okay.
internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Probably right, Kim. Okay. Got a thought. This is my thoughts. Oh my god. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and human being. It's supposed to be an opposite of that. Together, composed in a small area to achieve, compressed into a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. So I assume. In order. Oh, fuck it. All right, I'll internalize it. Why can't I? Can I internalize it? Unlock a new slot. Oh, I don't have a slot. I thought these slots were open. Okay. Fuck me, dude. All right. Son of a bitch, dog. All right. First, I'm gonna buy ammonia. First, I'm buying more ammonia. Give me ammonia. More ammonia. There's a roof I'd like to go to. Actually, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk to that lady on the roof. Who are you and why are you there? How long have you been there? Please tell me you have more
A
ammonia.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine
Aw.
bottles. Nasal.
I was hoping you would have more ammonia. I remember that. Additional doggo options with hold on or wait to gain additional information. Before We're going to the roof. I forget. Oh, I gotta pay a nightly rent. I didn't think about that. I do have to pay that. I kind of do want to sing karaoke here. It's a song I couldn't remember apparently, but I just want to do it. It's just something fun. Why not? Need to pass time. Buy a book. Reading passes time quickly. There's a roof. Nothing in front. Strange. I don't remember anything on the front page of the newspaper. Okay, so even if I go out here, policework is tough. Take breaks. Talk to strangers. Explore. I don't know what I'm looking at even. Yeah, how maybe through that door in the kitchen. Maybe that's it. I don't remember seeing that lady up there at all though before. This is a dock. A lonely dock. Run, motherfucker, run. Run, motherfucker, run. Slow down. Down. I already wasted half an hour. It's almost 8 o'clock. We've so much day left to investigate. Yeah, okay. I can still hear my fucking. Let me actually talk to you.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Wow, for once, Gardy actually seems apologetic. Wow. Cafeteria manager appears to be.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Glad to see you too.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie.
Howdy, Lena. What's
I was
kicking?
just hoping to make
Damn
a
it.
call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
No, of course it's not.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague
Yeah, why
about
would-
phone problems?
Yeah.
This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Yeah, why'd you need to use the phone?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
That's worrying.
You hear that? Someone's missing. There
I
could
love
be
missing persons.
foul play afoot.
I love
That's
missing-
right.
missing person case.
Now skip the foreplay. Time to dive into the dark alleys. Start shaking down the usual suspects.
I still
you
have
know,
another
leg
murder to
work.
figure out, dog. Legwork.
doing some good will alleviate the hangover. At least you're of use to someone.
It does. Oh shit. Sorry for the yawning. It does kind of not seem like I'm just getting, sidetracked after sidetrack. I'm just like everything but this main case, which I've made progress on a little bit, but not enough. Not as much as I would like to. Maybe her missing husband has something to do. I don't know anything about her husband. Except he's a dock worker. I believe he's a dock worker. So maybe I'll bite. Has your husband gone? Has your husband gone missing before? Yeah.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so
That's not good to hear.
carefully.
That's not a good sign.
But you have more important things to worry about.
Tell me more about morale, looks, character, relationship. Yeah.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does he look like? Just tell me that to start with.
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's.
Okay.
And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but
So-
he's quite gentle.
So he looks like a gruff man, angry gruff man, grumpy man that works hard but has a sparkle in his eye. That's what he told me.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
That is a good point. Let's try it again. If I were to try to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame.
Okay.
And he has longish white hair,
Long
usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild,
I
even.
feel like I met somebody like that. Maybe not. Okay. I mean, that's actually pretty descriptive. I could find a bit shorter, stocky-ish, long white hair, uncombed.
The
Kinda-
lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
There you go, Kim.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on
What
him,
is field
even if
gear?
he's not out in the reeds, just in case.
How long you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn.
Okay. Congratulations.
Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary,
I
but
guess, but
I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
I guess. All right. Yeah. Good for you. I don't even know what to say about that.
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say.
Hey.
I was
Everybody
looking
meets
to
that way
get
now.
back into the scene after recovering from my accident,
Hmm.
and he just divorced.
I assume your accident was wheelchair. I feel like we talked about why you're in a wheelchair. I don't remember. I don't remember though.
We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important
Yeah,
parts.
that's fine.
Perhaps you'll find out more later.
That's fine. I think I'll have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
What's expedition?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
Okay.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few
They're
traps.
just setting traps.
He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
That's another thing. I don't know what day it is. I might have gotten hints. I don't know. I know the murder happened, I think, last Wednesday. But I don't know what day I started. If she said they'd be back Monday, maybe yesterday was Monday? No, because the body has been there for 7 days. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday, though. I still don't know what fucking day it is.
The water lock, that was broken. Could this be it?
The water lock. Wait. But they should have returned. This field works for me. Was a highly trained scientist, and he's assistant Gary were studying extremely rare species of insects, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water. Oh, across the water lock. Set a few traps. He said they'd be back on. Oh, like towards the south when that guy was looking across? By the pawn shop? Wait, yeah, who's Gary person? Yeah, who's this Gary person?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
She smiles. Okay.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Alright, well, the water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They probably just got stuck on the other side. That's pretty much what it is.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
There's just some technical problems. I really don't know. I'm a cop. I want to instill confidence.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
That's good. See, exactly. If I said I don't know, she probably would have been. Yeah.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast,
Of course.
please do keep an eye out for my husband.
We'll definitely do that.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
I'm sure it will. Inland Empire is probably like. It happens fairly often, and it's usually the most dumb shit. Like it doesn't. It's just the dumbest shit.
Yes, some left field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla
the
murder
murder.
investigation.
Yeah, sure, okay.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired.
Yeah.
And it's cold out there.
That. Why would I say? Why would I be like? I've spent too much time on this. On the side case it is. I can't just tell him that you're waiting for him. What a piece of shit. If I see him, I'll let him know you're here when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, what about the rare insect? Yeah, you know what? No. I'll let it be a surprise. I won't know about that. Thanks. I'll let you go, man. I do want to know what's with the phone lines.
Can I help you?
Oh, wait, I'm going to see. What's the
Got the 20 real?
Not yet.
Then why are you
Goodbye. Okay, I need 20 real. It's 8 o'clock. They'll come here at 10. I think they'll be here at 10. Maybe at 2 hours. I'll set my timer for me. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, come talk to them. For now, I have a level up, which is good. Oh, actually, oh shit, I should, fuck, I gotta waste it. Okay, yeah, unlock it. Because I need, well, I don't, just to get the body down. Where's it at? This? The composure? I'm being supposed to compress all the small area. Yeah. I assume that'll help me get the body down. Volumetric shit compressor. I didn't even realize that's what it was called. Okay, I need skill points to get rid of it too. Oh, who are you? You weren't there before. Actually, you were. There are people. You're probably right there. There was a guy right there. I should have talked to him. He's gone now. I think it was you. Who are you? Can we talk to you? Okay. That's some drunk.
Yes?
Good
Hello?
one. Point at the book. She nods, her attention fully focused on the reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Okay.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
But empathy. Have a good day.
This was a tremendously useful interlude.
Shut up, Kim. I don't want to bother her. Who are you? You weren't there before. Both of
Have you no shame?
You're in it all.
Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man
Go on.
with a fork in a world of soup.
Oh,
Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball
Bowl.
game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Sure. I'll grab it. It's got 12.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Okay then. Oh, it's a red check. Let's try it. Hand-eye coordination. I got this. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm looking like a fool in front of them. I should take the gloves off, probably.
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Okay.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
I don't believe you for a second. Let me change my... Oh, I can't do that right now. Okay.
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps.
Why did it feel so wrong? Something was pretty natural corrupted.
It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
I don't be it. I'm sure it's gonna be the wrong choice. I thought something way more spectacular would happen.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
His tone is full of admiration. Okay.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
Let's go. Okay. Perfect throw. Well, I still feel defeated. This is how the Johnny Ball game is extraordinary. I was going for something cool, but I screwed it up, like always. Well, I still feel defeated. I think that was.
Probably because those rooster pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical, durable, have a shawl made? Now, what can I do for you?
Look who's talking. That cockatoo uniform must give him a real advantage when fighting in the circus.
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Okay, well, I found your guard booth. Oh, he's the guy from up top. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the back of the running race? You seem to be playing in a crater. I saw a statue of Philippe there near the roundabout. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'll say... Well, I'll bring up the guard booth first.
Yes,
Hey, I found your guard
the
booth.
Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Okay, that's good.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Slight sigh.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Jean-Marie Beaulieu.
Yes, it
You
does.
must have seen something on the
Unfortunately,
book.
I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on leave? Yeah. I'll just say, like, he doesn't want to discuss personal matters, it seems. I'll just say who's working that shift then.
No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
And you got on leave? Jesus.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yeah, what?
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman.
Yeah, I mean...
Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him.
Oh.
It's mostly decorative.
Doesn't
The
matter if they're
possibility
there or not.
of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Okay, the fact that it's there.
Evrard created this job for René. because he knows the Royal Carabiners' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Everett gets it. Oh, big guys looking out for the small and everyone working together. I love it. Such a dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die, there's no middle ground. Renee is but one man. We need a program. We all get the elderly back in the job market. Keep folks motivated. Renee shouldn't rent out his services. Invest the profit. Get a few more guys. Expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the tear collection. It's my side thing too. Probably hold out a tear bag. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I think Renee is but one man. We need a program. We need a program. Get all this elderly back into the job market. Keep folks motivated. I guarantee they will not like if I say that though. Everett gets it. Yeah, fuck Everett. I'm not gonna degrade the man. Shouldn't rent out his services, invest in profit, get a few more guys. That just seems pretentious. But so does this. That all seems fairly pretentious in a way. That's just bootlicky right here. I'm gonna say Renee is but one man. We need a program, though. I don't necessarily believe that, but that's the best option, I think. So Renee is but one man. We need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. Keeps folks motivated.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't get anything out of that.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Do you know anything about the man hanged at the back of the whirling rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals don't want to talk to law enforcement, is what you're telling me?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with the cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything? Yeah.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward.
That's right, Renee.
The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Okay, alright.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
That's wrong.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
I'll ask about the game.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Okay. Do you know who created it? Yeah.
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Oh, okay. It's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was there heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them? Maybe we can do this history lesson later. Wait, who are the communards again? I'll do the. Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly.
Many died.
So valiantly we got licked.
Yeah, it's squeezing a pool in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda.
What?
And mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs.
What?
We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shell them here, Martinez? They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings. Look around, I understand it. I'd bomb this place too! Yeah, why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
What's the point of landing? The beachhead, yeah.
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
Yeah, okay.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Who's the northeast? Shake your head and look down the crater.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, We're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Pétanque. Is that the game I assume? On their that's fucked up. Yeah, probably in the soil.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
That explains all the war damage. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I don't. I want to ask questions, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get into this guy's bad side necessarily. So I'll just explain all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They let the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
I mean, they are. They are running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault.
Good job.
You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Oh, he's asking me. Let me double check. Let me. Structure. Yeah. Let's see what Of course, you still had influence. You don't begin to
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
So it should be soft socialists paying the way for the hard-working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they're lawless. Shake your head in shame. This coalition seems quite capable. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing. I don't think I just do. Oh, the quote. No. I was probably. It's probably the wrong answer, but foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. Yeah, that's my guess. I'm sure he won't feel good about that, but it's probably. I think that's what I should say.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains,
Jesus.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
Feels ashamed. Anyway. How does Philippe III factor into this?
He doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Okay. Well, all right. What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already.
Yes. Yeah.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened.
Yeah?
When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I don't. do have a thing, don't I? Oh, I don't. I thought I did. I used it. I put endurance and then I used it to change it. Yeah, fuck. Okay. Composure. It's such a low percentage. I'll try it though. 20%.
As Rene turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
How many medals are there?
2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Cross, for sure. Big
A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
Soldier.
For bravery.
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
Sure, I'm sure he saw a lot of shit. Not for the raping women or... I'll ask for bravery?
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Oh my god. Listen, Renee, I might want to hear that story later, but right now I have more important things to discuss. Save a princeling? Yeah, I want to know.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frisel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest.
Okay, that's okay. Larger medals right here.
Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the asininity?
A fucking idiot, yeah.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
Yeah, a little bit of a standout outfit.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like
Oh,
toy
okay.
soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion.
This is a show of just his fucking ego and bravado.
The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Yep, this has been a bloodbath. Pretty damn clever indeed, bastards. I wanna... Hopefully he'll resonate with that. Fucking bastards.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. That's almost death. Certainly death. Like, unless you get something to do.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my
on
knee.
your leg. Oh, God.
Hang on to the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retellings. This might yield something useful.
Okay, and what did you do?
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head.
Probably smart.
Then everything went black.
Trampling in place.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's his name.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to
Yeah,
me.
that's fucked. That is...
The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die.
Yeah,
Tougher than he looked, that one.
I'd give up. Can't imagine living without your jaw. This would never happen to Johnny Lawjaw. Point to your jaw. My jaw's tight. My jaw's tight. I've been through worse. No, I'll say that's no dink. That's a fighter, yeah.
So I grabbed the dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frisel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood.
Okay.
Piss and shit.
I get that.
He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that.
I mean, you
13
saved
months
her.
later, I received the Sun for distinguished service.
Okay.
It's not worth mentioning.
So just that's like a, yeah, you're just for your service. But the cross is that was for saving the princeling, which makes sense. I mean, I get how he feels, but like you literally saved. As much as he was a dumbass for everything what he did, but I mean, it makes sense why he did that. Why he saved him. I mean, not why the prince was a fucking idiot.
You sense he's downplaying it.
Yeah.
He did a lot more than his duty.
Right.
More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
Sounds like you're being modest, yeah.
The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drizant. 2 days later, that was.
So he crawled with that princeling for 2 days. How is a princeling alive? Holy shit! His jaw was blown off. Your knee was shattered by a horse. You're crawling with him through the mud and shit in battlefield. Well, what was a battlefield, probably. Holy shit.
And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
That's even more impressive. How? They were fucking... You're a badass, or they were not fucking prepared for that shit.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Hold on, you're just a little bit proud of Renee's heroics, aren't you? Quite impressive. It's men like Renee who made Revachol great once. I'm not impressed. All those heroics, and where is he now? No, you gotta play to win. Look for after you first. It doesn't seem like a good moment to express opinion. Lean closer. I don't want to risk it. I don't know if he doesn't seem to care about his companion. I mean, he obviously does somewhat. He's with him, but he keeps. I'll say, yeah, you're a little bit proud of his heroics, yeah.
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like René himself. Certainly not to me.
Whoops.
How did you find the story to be, officer?
I would say, yeah, quite impressive. It's been like Renee. Yeah, I would say. It's... Yeah, and I would say... he did good in his situation, I think. I mean, he was in the army already. He had nothing to... He's one small part of the big machine. I think he did what he should have and could have, so I agree.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't end this out for anyone with a service record.
Right. Well, he's saying he's kind of telling me he did some shit. He did some bad things, which I'm sure he did. A lot of people do bad shit in war, especially distinguished people, especially. They don't. Not everything they do is great.
Oh no! You have to get shot
Oh.
repeatedly, and you need to get your hands bloody too.
Yeah.
Really, really bloody.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand.
Thanks for the story, Renee.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
I'm not gonna, but I'll try. It's a red check, yeah. I'll try it, just because if I can, that would be great. We could bond.
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything worth mentioning among your achievements. You should resort to good old lying.
No. Secret soul, yeah. No, I'm not a liar.
But of course, sire. Looks like they're waiting for you to speak.
Thank you for your time.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Oh, so that. Oh, sweet Christ. So all that did. Okay. Today I find money. Yeah, I need to find money. Monday. Tuesday. Okay, it was Monday. I just noticed this. So today's Tuesday. Okay. Map. Where's the map? Oh, if I can. Okay. See if I get a map actually. Done. I do have a lot done. Okay. Sinker. To track down your badge. Yeah. I do need money. Here. Okay. We'll try again. What's that?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone. Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
So you were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
No.
Captain Coppadromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Coppo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can't get the damn compartment of my ledger open.
the blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do.
My God.
Fuck it hard. Corpopo the clown.
Jesus.
He means force. It'll work.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
Talking to you.
It's the power of your
Frothy liquid starts bubbling out of his lips. On his lips.
imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
Thanks, Ty.
He loves those
Why do I love those questions so much?
because you're a copperoonie.
God,
Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I'm the tequila sunset. Fuck yeah.
You ain't no tequila sunset.
Okay.
You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately. Yeah.
You might be onto something there.
Can you ask me questions? That'd be great.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe I'll lead us to something struggle. Some miraculous. This case is all I have, yeah.
I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. Let the world drag it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away.
He's not boring, so I won't.
And here we are.
I'll say enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Memento mori.
If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Yeah, that's not. Oh, what he said. What the fuck? Inspect the tattoo.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
Mind pinpoint.
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Microelectronic system. Is this a national pennant? Is that a map of the night sky? They said stars, but what does it mean a national pattern? I'll say national. Fuck it. You know, because a lot of nationalities, ethnic. I'll do with that. I said a national.
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
It's true. Let me spice up this camera real quick. More centered. Probably like this for a bit. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we are definitely missing something here.
I agree.
A sudden ring falls. A sudden ring fills the air and it pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. Okay, what do you have?
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword, being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
I'll let him do his thing. Kim knows what's up.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Okay. Alright, shut up, kids, please.
An instant color camera.
Two metal capped M poles and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
That is true. Like, he answered the kid. It's surprising, actually.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Okay, stay still. I guarantee the kid's probably throwing rocks harder now that you said that shit. Points the camera at the rocks, at the corpse, peering into it. The lens leads. The lens needs adjusting then.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass.
Okay.
You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Okay.
In case we need it.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Says in Shakespeare, letting it dry in the cooler. When on it, color, perfect copy of the dead man's tattoo chest. Cool machine. What do we need? Cool machine, I'll say.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. What do we need this photo for? Oh, okay. Well, I said that anyway.
It contains insight to the victim's person.
True.
This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted
me
his
that
body
much.
to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it.
Yeah. Can I have it? I shouldn't look at it later without a corpse. Yeah, I'll say it.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Into a piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no longer a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
I'll inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength.
I mean, yeah,
You can use for tying cargo to
yeah,
lorries.
Exactly. It's like a heavy-duty fucking rope. I don't know what you would call it. A winch? Whatever the fuck they're called. Fucking crank it. Or whatever.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town
What's up
and
with
they
the
tie a
circus?
black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pin.
Why do we talk about the circus so much? Like in the circus for transporting black spotted giraffes. Oh god. Sure, that's so specific and weird. Fuck it.
No. More like in Harbor. Like the one just east of here. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they probably didn't care much. We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong. How did they even get him up there? Bag off and look at the corpse. I mean, we're definitely assuming. Almost certainly dock workers did it. I feel like there were 7 people here witnessing the murder, so. And one is the lorry driver, a woman lorry driver for sure. Sure wanted him to stay. He was on the. We already figured that out, kind of. Back off.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo
Oh,
belt,
God. Okay, maybe
limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
I'll inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying
like
flesh
knights
above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
He's a fucking part of a knight's uniform.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you,
That's
out of place somehow.
definitely true.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is it exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Knock on the boot. Pull the boot off. The material looks up. Let me see. What happened to the rest of it, actually?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
But out of all the things, they take everything but the boots. That would be the easiest to take is the boots. It's the lowest, it's closest to the ground. Maybe it's the... And they're like shoes. That seems like, why would you not? Why would you take everything but the boots? That seems weird.
We should keep a lookout for these species.
Absolutely.
The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Maybe he's just wearing those boots and there's no rest of the armor. I don't believe... I believe maybe he was wearing only those boots, but I feel like there is more armor somewhere. I'll just say understood. Understood.
The Sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
The material does look out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
Poor ass place. This vintage draws a line and condensation on the ceramic with expensive.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
The armor could have helped, probably. How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
4 years. That's a lot, I take it. Yeah, what do you mean? Ka-ching, baby, nod to the... Alright, well, I'm going to take them off, so I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, payday, and then actually take them off, so let's not do that.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But
Oh.
for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
Yeah, how could he afford it? What the fuck? Or how did he get it?
He worked for Cornell, like Joyce told us. This
Oh.
is military equipment, provided
I'm
by
so
a wealthy
stupid.
security
He
contractor,
He was
with
part of
state ties. Way above what we have.
Yeah, I'm so stupid. I forgot he was part of the militant people that came in here. Okay, I'm gonna pull the boot off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
No.
The Sabatons dangle off the man's decaying
We'll knock
form,
on the boot. We'll knock on the boot.
ageless, and a small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
Lignum. What does this remind me of? What does it remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right Sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Oh, it's a serial number. Okay.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Okay, let's look at the corpse.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Just take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Nasty.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Stop and relax your eyes.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities
I have something I need
blotched
to know
pink
first, now.
and blue.
Let's talk to the corpse again.
Of course. You have questions, don't you?
I hate you.
The power of your imagination is at your
Shut up.
service.
You're fucking...
Do I remind you of someone?
Yeah, myself in the bathroom mirror, for sure.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
I don't think so. I think I'll stop the drinking, actually.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, Tiny red lines on the skin above waist level. More like days, Coppo. The clock is ticking.
What?
Your liver tells you so.
I haven't drinking in days.
Come back later,
Shut
Corpo.
up. Alright, I'm gonna
Amuse
talk
yourself
Talk
with
you.
my frank
Talk with you.
manners.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back and have another look. I will
The
look.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and
So am I.
70 experience. Damn, yeah, that got me new skill. Huh. Still challenge. I brought the chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle to approach the belt.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down? Maybe we can ask someone for help in the harbor. A lot of ideas. Seems like a lot of hassle. What? We could saw the branch. Oh, let's maybe saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous. It does.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe, yeah.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case.
That's true.
It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah, wait, let's reconsider.
but what other options?
Well, shoot him
The
down.
corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Let's say we shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
No, it's not shoot his fucking head off, you stupid bitch. I hate you more than I hate the kid that's throwing rocks at him.
How?
Just shoot the belt and the bullet will break it, hopefully.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
That's true.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Actually, don't do it. It's a bad idea. Rip it over.
But what else can we do?
I know exactly. Let's have another look at him. Well, actually, wait. The belt had questions.
The hangman's not
Industrial.
like in a circus.
Look at the harm.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
They climb up this kid's ladder. Point out to one of those.
That ladder can't carry a grown man.
Exactly.
I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Yeah,
It's
probably
not
just
merely
strong.
polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
Jesus Christ.
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
We're assuming the dock. I wish
Yes,
I assumed they did.
the debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like. Our internal RCM brief said the same. By the way, when you get a chance, perhaps you should ask me to share the RCM brief with you. I'm pretty sure you've forgotten it.
I have forgotten it. Back off.
The
before
cadaver
it's-
hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Leave for now. Okay. Taking these gloves off. Disco ass blaster. Empty cassette sleeve, Lieutenant's handkerchief. Oh my god, that's some money. Photo of the tattoos or what? Oh, that's what yeah, I have to fucking help that bastard. My gun back. I'm not leveling up yet. Alright, actually think we should do that first. Look at that. Okay, yeah, let's do these 2 signatures. Go to get Isabel and Lionel in the nameless fishing village down the coast to sign Everest document. 1 signature, okay. I'll get them to sign the same document. Oh, is this just to the waterfront? Water bolt holes lines the wall. Oh, we fear that this is squall seabirds. Really? Fishing village. Now, the fishing village, I don't believe I can reach. Well, first, actually, let's have them look into the boots.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Yes,
Sure,
so
officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
Make the total armor, yeah, okay.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Okay.
Was there anything else?
No, I'm done.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see
Close the doors. We got the armor called. Well, we could have done that yesterday, and I could have figured it out today, but whatever. It's too late. Who are you? Did I talk to you already?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
That's okay. Okay, yeah. No, yeah. Alright. The fishing village. How? Buttersign. Ah, I got a buttersign.
Good morning to you, officers. Well, there's the fishing village,
Yes.
an abandoned fish market. Yeah, not really much else.
Okay, I need to get to that fishing village. What is that?
there's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
You like sunglasses, officer?
No, I meant no. Rummage through the box. I want to rummage through the box.
The shine on the...
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Yeah, I'm sure. Talking civilization. Boom! I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left template says sub insulindic rendezvous. The frame appears to be a hand carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
Yeah. The street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through the deep.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
He's like, do they work?
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
I'm gonna get them.
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
Fuck yeah, look at that. Perception? Oh, down on perception. Inland Empire. Oh my god, I'll be honest. I'd rather have more perception than Inland Empire, 'cause that's kind of trash. Can you pass these? Oh my god. What the fuck? How do I get this down? I need to get to the fishing village. Oh, fuck me. I do need to figure that out. Desperately need to figure that out. Alright, I am... It's almost 10. What is this? Actually, I'll need spectator. Locked.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Alright, I'll leave it. Does time pass? I don't think time passes when I'm on something like this. I'll be right back. 1 minute here. A few minutes, I should say. Okay, got some ravioli. Man, I really don't know. I assume these are all in this building. Or on the center, maybe? Okay. Wait. Pinball. Entrance from building B.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Okay. Taxis. Main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Is that the library lady?
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
Static overrides her words.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Okay.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Andrew Orlando Hare.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Why is that ominous? SCA, maybe? I don't know what the SCA stands for. Andrew Orlando. It's gotta be the SCA part. Let's try the taxi service. I don't know why it's calling me.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter.
Oh.
The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Okay. Slipstream. Oh, I don't know the SCA. River Salt Lake City.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
What's the whirling in rags? 24-hour window?
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Nobody's gonna answer this shit. Emma's fashion. Yeah, SCA shit I want to do last.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
Boxing for young athletes. That one's gonna. They're gonna answer this one. I just feel the boxing gym's gonna answer.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
Okay. This is gonna be the whirling in rags, so.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, well, they know probably to see me. They're probably like looking through the windows, like that fucking idiot just rang the doorbell. Or the intercom for here. It's Fortress Accident.
Silence.
Oh my sweet
No
God.
one's home at Fortress Accident.
Okay, how about Slipstream?
You hear static
Oh.
from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
Okay.
Have you come to place an order?
Yes.
She sounds almost antique.
Yeah.
As if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
So, oh my God. I'm a fucking mess right now. I'm dripping sauce on me. God damn it, I love this shit. Hold on, tries to tell electric. I thought you was calling Slipstream SCA. Yes, hello, can you please let me inside the building? Lie. This stuff, come to place an order. Yes, I've come to place an order, I'll lie.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Because of what I said? Or literally my voice?
It's a woman, and she knows you.
Yeah.
Your heart beats faster. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Okay.
No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Yeah, it's me. Here I am, again, crawling back into your life. Fuck. I kind of wanted to lie and get in there. I will destroy this woman if it's not. No, I think I am. I think I am. Yeah. Do we know each other? Who are you? Where are you? Stand up straighter. Yes, it's me. Fuck it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Stand up straighter. Calling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
That ain't me. Your breath is slowed by ancient static. What the fuck is going on?
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
She's like a ghost. I'm going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice.
I heard memories of
It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what? Yeah.
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh, please don't cry. Yeah.
She doesn't answer.
What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
Alright, it's goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Let's try it. Let's try slipstream again.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and...
What?
Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
One time at blacking out's good, you know? Or alcoholism.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Oh, shit. I do want to get into the building. Hi, it's me again. I want to talk to you. I feel like that we're done with that. I feel like the path is done. I need to get... Can you let me inside, please? Last time we talked, you got me confused. Yeah, I'll do the confused, because that's something... I feel like if I just say, let me into the building, she's going to be like, no. So, we talked, it got me confused.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you.
No, it's not. My God.
My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
You're repeating your words?
Michelle, just please.
It sounds exactly the same, yeah.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months.
So it is.
I thought
That makes
you
sense. It's a
didn't care.
recording, which makes sense.
Is this some kind of joke?
You're just going to continue, right? Yeah, exactly.
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Is it over? Can we talk now? Yeah.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different.
Oh my God.
As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing, yeah.
It's so nice.
That's where I think that's where she ended last time. Well,
It's so nice
there.
to be able to finally forget about you.
About you? She did not say about you. She did not say that last time. She did not say forget about you. I don't think. She said it's just finally able to forget, I think is what she said.
And then it hits you.
You're recording. Did she say forget about you?
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Which I don't even know what the fuck that means, a wax cylinder.
Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
No, keep listening then.
A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head.
Crawling in my skin. These words, they will not end.
Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
Oh, so she's not nice.
So...
Strange alien thought patterns ends. The lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom.
it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
You are right, Kim.
That is true.
Empty card?
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Okay. I can't believe that I could have done that day one. Okay. What's this? Find morale, yeah. The victim's tattoos. Where's the rest of the armor? Roll the number of the victims. We did that. I need money for that, yeah. Oh yeah, let's talk. Yeah, Kim, let's talk.
Yes? What do you want to know?
Before you came here, yeah.
You mean like a brief?
Brief, yes.
Do you want me to brief you?
Yes.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller? Yeah.
They didn't identify themselves in any way.
Makes sense.
The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why? Well, they may have been either they're protecting themselves, so they were part of it.
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too.
Yeah.
We cannot allow that.
No, that's not. I mean, that's vigilantism. Of course, I understand everything now. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. Yeah, I think I got that. I understand everything now.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Yeah, why are we in the same case for different precincts? Yeah.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Oh, okay.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I meant on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Tell me about it.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality.
Yeah.
So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
We're the end of the line. Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinet.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
So neither of them want to do it. They're like, some of them are like, well, but we gotta be involved. Send some fucker. Send the drunkard. But Kim, why are you here? I don't know why you are here, because you seem to be a fairly competent cop. I imagine it's some, like against you. Like you're not necessarily bad at your job, but you've done things that they don't approve of, things that they would like you to overlook.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off.
Yeah.
But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
That's good.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
I wonder what this says about me that I was sent by my station. Thinking it's best to let you make the next move. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. There can only be one conclusion. I am the finest we have. A hero cop sent out of... Yeah, guarantee not. I'm a drunkard. I must have been augury. God, usually I know words, like, for the most part. I know. This game has thrown so many words at me, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I thought I was smart. I don't know, linguistically, at least a little bit. What the fuck is that? Augury? I don't know. Some of this shit I don't know. I'm an augury. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Augury. The art or ability to practice of auguring divination, a sign of something coming or an omen. What is the act of augury? Is it practice from an ancient Roman religion interpreting omens? It's an interpreting of an omen. Okay, you interpret signs of. Okay. Must be an augury, an apocryphal omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Okay. Never heard that word. Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified. What's up? Steal my son's? I don't think that's what they say. Is that what they say? I don't know if that's the lyrics. Well, others, I am the walrus. Yes, okay, yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I do. Is that what they say? Tangent. Did they say steal my something? Oh, maybe it is. I mean, it's a song name by Len, which I've never heard. Maybe it is. I don't know. I definitely don't want to listen to copyrighted music right now, so. Don't be scared, but I think I might be supernatural abilities. I'm gonna say an unbelievable kill count, just because I feel like I don't like that. I just don't like the vibe of that one, you know. So, well, the kill count, does that make sense? Then? Why would they send me if I have a... Yeah, I'll say that.
I bet you do.
Why do you agree?
The 41st is known to kill people. Often.
Yeah.
He neither approves nor disapproves. Yet there is something more there. Something you can't put your finger on.
Only usually the force with the utmost care and precision.
If you could only find your gun.
Okay, alright, Kim. Taking jabs at me.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
You volunteered to spoil
If
it.
not, we should move.
Right?
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
What's so special about Martinez?
I have, on a few occasions, when I was young and foolish, smoked hemp.
What? Okay, you've smoked weed. Okay. What is special about Martinez? Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist. Yet he says, I have on occasion smoked hemp. What? I ask it again.
I have, on a few occasions, when I was young and foolish, smoked hemp.
Alright, I'll done with that.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
It's not wholly.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
Why did the 41st send me? Sorry, cop. Roy mentioned suicide. Yeah, try it.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right. You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long.
Me?
Yeah, I want to talk to you about you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well yeah, we'll work together better if we have a rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Tell me a secret about yourself, yeah.
No.
Okay. Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
Staring at me, hardcore.
It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it, yeah?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Okay, except...
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
That might have been a major moment. The music got way louder for some reason.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul, so was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
Okay, hold on. Options. The music, I'm gonna turn down one more. I don't know why that got so loud. What is Seoul? Okay.
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
You're only making it sound interesting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
You wearing glasses?
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
No, when you're thinking, do you ever just have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're kidding me. Kim don't talk to himself at all?
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Guess so.
The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. Okay. But this isn't an old school case.
So you're saying your brain never just chimes in anyways? Yeah, well, no, let's not do that. I get it, you're one of those old school detectives.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
I agree.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place.
That makes sense.
We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Thanks for all. Thanks for
Good. Let's change the subject.
Let's not do that. No, I need, well. Okay, but I need to put skills into logic. I think. Okay, nothing. Let's go in here. Let's interview them. Let's interview the fuckers.
Over here. Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are?
Yeah.
This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten.
Okay.
I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Okay, bitch.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Yeah, sure, no problem, please.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
So I shouldn't have talked to her. I shouldn't have talked to her and told her all that shit.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
Damn, if I never talked to this lady.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
That makes sense. You Lizzie? Yeah.
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
I've shooken her a little bit.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Already? Not yet. I have another question.
No. Talk to Titus.
Well, if I want to talk to you, not Titus.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What the fuck's Titus then?
This is where you say your bit.
Alright, real tough, huh? Real tough, my guy.
He's used to giving orders and having them obeyed immediately. You should not indulge him.
Detective.
Sharp note, just leaving it to you.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
That's what I did with Everett, but I didn't pan out. First you talk about your attitude.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Real big dick cops. Look at them. Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
That's right.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Yeah, gave him real nice big dicks.
Glenn, I think you're a little off kilter.
Yeah.
Just had a feeling.
Anyways.
He wraps it up.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Elizabeth, I don't need to hear shit from you. I need to hear shit. Shut the fuck up. I hate you. I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I told you all that.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man.
I don't remember the boot
in
sizes.
his 30s.
There's no way I remember.
Overbearingly masculine.
Okay, overbearing. Oh, Glenn. Alright.
Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet.
Okay.
Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian in his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes.
That's it.
Size 46.
The
big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and two front
light
teeth
step.
missing.
There was like very shallow footprints, if I remember correctly. Like I said, even like a child.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
And that's what I said. I don't know if he said 220, I think he said 200, but around there. When with the sinking of the boots.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
Well, yeah, the odd soul, which is the lorry driver. I already know
Exactly. The missing lady driver who was running the drug trade. Does it mean the Hardy Boys are involved in the drug trade as well?
This would fit with, yeah, well, any assumptions.
Maybe. But hey, you've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Now is a good time to hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
So, where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Ah, Glenn, my boy. Thank you for slipping up.
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her. She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl?
No.
Who might it be?
Okay, I think...
Elizabeth?
I already know.
The gardener?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So it was you guys. It was
So
you guys.
let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
I don't want to talk about Joyce. I feel like he might actually admit. If I just say, the backyard, did you do it? He might just fucking say, yeah, we did it. What are you going to do?
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
Sure does.
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
I do regret, and we should probably got him down.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
I knew it. I figured. Okay, he just straight up. I mean, yeah, he just told me.
Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
So you just confessed to murder, yeah?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
They're playing to their considerable strength in numbers.
Exactly, yeah.
Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to do so.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
I just wanted to hear you say it.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Hey, shut up.
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service.
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
You don't, but you should.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
I can't level up. Composure? Oh, please, God.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Who's cracking? Bad Angus. Yeah, he hasn't said shit. You having trouble breathing?
No.
A few coiled locks are beating locomotives. This one more.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Where does overpowering happen?
Right fucking here. The fucker pranced in here like he owns the place. Got what was coming to him.
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much.
Right. When you train killer from the Ornese Social Forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus.
I figured that. I mean, well, he's looking out for him in the terms, yes. Like, he's clearly not all muscle. I mean, he's strong, because he's a big guy, though.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, Copper?
You made him like that with no remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
He was mercenary? That's it? You just
And he stepped out of line.
What did he do? What did he say to you?
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade, right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
How do you know your special forces? Right. What did he actually do wrong? I won't say right. What did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one,
Okay, yeah,
harassed
yeah,
workers,
sexual harassment
threatened to
shit.
kill some as a warning.
I didn't hear about a rape. I heard about a sexual assault.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
I didn't know about the rape. No one had said rape yet.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Into the whirling rags.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
Eugene, I think it might be your girl.
He grabbed someone?
A lot of information, yeah.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Yeah, homosexual assault and rape.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Okay, Shanky.
There's something odd here.
This is a very serious allegation. Yeah.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
When did this hang incident occur?
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long has he known him?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
But you knew him.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Shanky, shut up.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over.
Oh, fucking...
But you know what?
This is where he tries to sow discord between you two, because he knows the company is responsible for bringing the mercenaries into town.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Call the shots.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
No, I can arrest a Hardy Boy if I want, bitch. Fuck you, Elizabeth.
Do you think you could do that?
I mean,
do you think you could arrest them all?
Can I? No, I could. Can I? Probably not. There's too many of them. Shadow of Smart Pass her lips. She tilts her head. Yeah, because strength and number. Yeah, fuck you guys. I will get you.
Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
Who do you fucking think does?
Ooh, shit. He wants everyone to know he's in charge. Also, you give the commands. Though I think it might be the girl. Ooh, or Everett Clare. That would make sense. But I don't know if he would. Oh, shit. Oh man, it's Titus, Everett Clare, or the girl, the female lorry driver. I could point at Van Angus to make him break, but I don't know if that would work. But it could. I mean, it could. Shit. I don't know. That could sow distrust between them. Like, literally all these could, except for the bearded one, and is the only one I would probably not do. Oh my god. Okay, you give the commands. It's probably, I won't do Elizabeth. Maybe Fat Angus. I won't do the 8th. Okay, it's either be Everett Claire, Fat Angus, Titus. Should I disrespect him? Cause the for sure ones are Everett, Claire, or Titus. If I said Fat Angus, that's a gamble for sure. What could happen? It could easily go bad. And I feel like the Everett, Claire one could go bad. The Titus ones, I might get stonewalled because he'll be like, "Oh, you recognize my authority," maybe kind of thing. I don't know. I'll question it. I'll say Everett, Claire. I think Everett, Claire. You answered him, right?
You keep him the fuck out of this. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everard runs the Union.
Everard.
Everett. Run the Hardy Boys.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man. Okay, are you deaf? Do you think...
Titus, keep it.
Who do you fucking think
Okay,
does?
I can do this again. I'll do Fat Angus.
The sweaty man turns red and looks first down, then
It's not the fat ass. Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man. Are you deaf? Do you think...
Titus.
Who do you fuck...
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work.
I'm gonna just do all.
He pushes paper, fills out forms.
No, we
The
don't.
others can't read. But on that night, they all acted. Are you deaf? Do you...
Titus.
Who do you fucking...
Titus, no one was thinking.
No. Fuck no. The big dick is right here, asshole. You're looking at it. Right. Fucking here.
Disregard the outburst, officer. None of the boys have any comments on their power relations. That night, they acted as one. That's all.
Okay, so it is. I mean,
are you there? Do you...
I mean, I feel like I'm cheating doing this?
Who do you fucking think does?
It wasn't a question, dickwad.
How this asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got...
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
It's a white check. I'll try it.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results.
No.
You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
None of these. I don't like any of these. Fuck. That's horrible. I don't want to grab my gun. That's going to escalate, but so is this in a different manner. I'll do this, I guess. First, you tell me someone's been raped, and then you won't say who. It's bullshit. It's not for free.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Sure.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
No, asshole. You're nobody. I'm the law.
Oh, damage on morale.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment! We get it. You're all the law.
Let's just all cool off. We had some questions, that's all.
I'm gonna take off now. Yeah, see you fucker. Let me heal my morale.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
Magnesium-based life.
Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium.
What?
It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem. And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine, nor smoking for 40 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
It is generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms, fusing little carbon tubes together to form complex, mushy structures capable of thought, love, and locomotion. It is also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it is important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired? Maggot. Down? Maggot. Mag time. Liver damage? Maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit it. What do we tell them? That does okay. I don't know how much I put faith into that, but I will. I'll go back to that hideout. Kuno's fucking hideout. He had magnesium there. I remember. How do I get to the roof and talk to that woman? Wait. I think I might have found out. Need to do something behind. Yeah, sneak out after he's gone to sleep. Do I have magnesium? No, I don't. Go a little bit longer. I'm trying to think what I have so much. I've completed nothing. That's. I feel like I never complete anything. Can I go up? Money? I need $20 by the end of today. Today is halfway over. Back down. When it gets late, I need to talk to the smoker on the roof. All right, you know, I'll get out of the first. Get out of the hideout, and then I'm gonna. The reason he tells me that by 2 o'clock everyone's asleep. I think tonight, when it hits night, this time I ain't going to bed right away. I'm going to. I'll tell him going to bed, and then I'm heading out. All right. It's empty though. Could get more stuff. Well, I mean, I could. First, I want to prove my authority before I confront about the drug trade. So, I guess I'll talk to Joyce as of right now. Get my reality lowdown, maybe.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
No, why would I? No. I need 6. Yeah, mail them. Yeah, I don't have the signatures yet. Because she's reading. You know what? Actually, I'm bothering you.
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good. Yeah.
It is. I know you are. What with?
This citizen thinks she can do without your assistance. Don't buy it. They all need help. Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
Maybe your husband is missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
You don't know?
Where is this going, officer?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
You're right.
Of course he's not. It's not like he's a pocket watch. I wouldn't just lose him.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay.
What?
It's alright.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
Nanny, where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance. What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's the bad vibe you got before.
What if they're in the sewers?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be professional.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that. No, absolute. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not.
You know, what if something horrible has happened?
What? That they're almost grown up now. My youngest girl. Why do you need to know?
Did someone say
A killer party?
Damn it.
What is it with you and Pulp Staples? My God. Please, no more talk about my daughters. They are fine.
What about your cockatoo?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
No, I was thinking about your cockatoo.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
I just wanted to make sure.
Great.
Great, got it.
Wonderful.
Alright.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
That yielded nothing. That got us nothing. I don't know, talk to Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
The photo of the victim's tattoos.
She reaches for the photo, takes it, then holds it in her hand for about half a minute in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
Yeah, right. She's okay.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
No, I want to with blooms in a pattern here.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century, over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What travels does the man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
To his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
Yeah.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is a brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
This one is going to the morgue. This is going over the morgue. That's welcome to the. And now the soul is fast inside the corpse. This one is going quite far by now. Someone's going morgue at the morgue.
The times have changed. His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
That's my tattoos. I need the information, yeah.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
No.
But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
That's right.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Let's delve into reality a bit.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it, in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
Oh? The world needs a term of endearment. The world does not deserve a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I've got a clear picture. Let's proceed to another turn.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
Ah, okay. Yeah, how come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
I guess. Okay, I get that. Inside, sideways. What's the shape of the swirl, not round?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day.
It's flat.
You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
Of the Earth?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Are we not connected? What?
A cold fear seeps into you.
What do you mean by corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
So, like a planet, but like broken up. Like we've shattered, but there's still a surface, and we're still somewhat in a cohesive thing, but we are not all connected.
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Fracture corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anything together. Okay, and then everything will be okay. No. Fracture corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anything together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane.
Very disco.
Very disco. You'd love it.
Right. Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
Times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
Flash of teeth.
The revolution.
What is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next.
Oh.
Who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Who got the mineral rights? Yeah.
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
How did liberals win the war?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Who are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Oh, okay. Well, I like what I think about this one. Always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything like the longest. And also, no. I don't think I'm a moralist, man. Well. Always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then I don't think I'm moralist.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
Yep. When was it a kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government. It made people overthrow their governments.
No way.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark. From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
Yeah, what came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
They're not.
Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie,
That talks to me.
a pair of pants.
Our lives are very different from each other.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust.
The true.
That counts for more than you think. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations, and you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade. 43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
What have we been doing?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Then you happened. Your youth in the 30s.
That's when they discovered disco.
Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
He didn't seem to be thrilled.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just...
The crumbling tenements painting, plucking from the stone, the city of Revachol itself. Or
We could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we played it right.
what would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I don't know what I would have done.
Then you would have died, most likely. Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city.
Probably.
No, almost certainly. The Commune would have forced you. Such was the fate of the undecided. Those would be the Communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the Communists, they all got shot in the head.
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Damn, okay. Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle. That's a tragedy. Sounds like they should have shot more people on the head then. Truly a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
Anyone else got shot in the head? I think I'm closing, sorry.
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Coward. Real king apparently. Smart, yeah.
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frissel got shot in his place.
Frissel, okay. Okay, yeah, that's what the guy, Rene. He helped the king. I don't know if he helped Frissel. It was a princely. Yeah, okay. It's coming
Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
Yeah, that's enough.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Jesus, what a way to describe yourself.
I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Dios mío. Draw across. A liberal? Cool. I liberate pretty hard myself. Understandable. Liberate pretty hard myself.
No, not like me. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution.
Damn, did you cause part of it?
Are you liberated enough to offer up your home on a plate for financial colonists? No, I think not. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
No, I'm just gonna forgive you.
I do hope so. I do hope we're able to remain collegial despite it all. Tell me, when you look in the mirror, do you not see a monster staring back at you?
Absolutely, I do.
When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Not a lot. Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You're a smart woman.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
Patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
Your daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
No. What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Not this place here.
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33.
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century.
Yeah, it's not that anymore.
Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Probably flattened it. Who lived in
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
When dilapidated balcony, Sydney the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held there.
Wonderful.
What is that? That's Sydney the Skull. What? Yeah.
The girl in the old lady rags?
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags.
Okay.
She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead.
That is absolutely true.
All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
You're part of the infraculture.
And what would that be?
Disco.
I can see that, yes. I dabbled in those dark arts myself, not so long ago. I assure you, it was a thoroughly supracultural phenomenon. All permeating. Downright mandatory. Nothing infra about disco, baby.
Your disco?
Those days are long behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the whole thing for me. The new, a cultural era, and the name of the decade it ravished, the 30s. It came out of post-revolutionary Revachol. It was ultra-liberal. It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-colored everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Now.
That's fine, I can't remember a single thing. Champagne, that doesn't sound like anything I'd be into. I'm straight edge. Got it, let's take it back to reality soon. I can't remember a single thing.
Wasn't it Guillaume Le Million who said, if you can remember the new, you weren't there?
Whatever happened to him, yeah.
Ah, yes. This is not very central to reality, is it?
I still want to know.
I can't be 100% sure, but I believe he died due to complications from venereal disease.
Which one?
All of them.
So you're saying he didn't vanish up from Stardust?
I'm afraid no. But then again, one can't be entirely sure. It's all part of his mystique. Ask someone else and you may get a more champagne-colored take. Anyway, what other basic facets of reality should we discuss?
Let me look in here. Oh, I'm done.
Glad to have been of assistance.
I have two abilities. I will keep them for now. I'm gonna end the stream here. Let me do. Okay, I would like to get old shit done. Scare character. I would love to explore the passages. I'd love to find my badge and my gun. My gun, I know, is held by Everard. I can't really. If I could find a map, that'd be great, yeah. Real quick, actually, yeah, before I end the stream, let me go to this bookstore and see if I have a map. 12:30, we're getting late, and I don't want to buy a map necessarily. I need money. I'll check. I'm gonna go in here. Real fast. Let's go. In fact, actually, maybe I won't forget anything.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes.
Lots of board games.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all
maps.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposed.
I need maps. I have actually maps.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Several maps have been the maps look old and faded. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the rip to the east, Rokudon. It's so no, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have, but it's still something.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps. They didn't get that far, for some reason.
Steal it instead.
A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I'll buy it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Interaction map. What? I have a map now at least. That's where okay, see, this is where I need to get by. That used to be connected right here, but it's not. It's blown to pieces. And get past here. This is the fisherman shacks, a church right there, the fairgrounds, the fishing village, and everything. This is the project that was supposed to be, so it's obviously it's an out-of-date map. But I do have an idea if I can at least see where stuff is. Some things. Damaged ledger. Joyce Messer. Ceiling, yeah. I think I could give this one. Okay. Measure head, physical instrument. Civilization. Map wall. Look, steal from me? Yeah, okay. Godly. Authority, godly. I would need a godly authority to fuck with him. What do I even have? Let me look at this shit. Authority. But okay, no, let's not. Let's hold back for now. I will save game. Okay, what's this? I'm sure it's important. Another boring book, just discard it. Okay, cool. All right, well, that will be the end of this playthrough. I don't know if I got much done. I don't really think I did get much done. I never feel like I do, except for last time. I felt like I got some things done. I did. I mean, we got a handful. I feel like I could have done more. I feel like I always end like that, though. We're getting closer, I guess, in the end. But this day is coming to an end. We have 9 hours. I think, yeah, 9 hours until we have to meet the smoker. I still need $20. I have like say I have $5 some change. I need 20, or I need 15 bucks at least. I don't know how I'm gonna get that. I mean, Kim has some, but I do not want to ask him again. He already gave me $130 fucking dollars. So I don't know. I gotta come up with money. I mean, I gotta get that body down somehow. I assume I have to ask for help. I have a lot to do. I have a lot to get done, and I don't think next time I don't think I'll get a lot done. As much as I want to, I should say. I don't know if I'll get a whole lot done though. But regardless, that's for next time. So thank you for watching, and hope you all have a good day. Hope you have a good